So some more breaking news, although it's been about a full day now since this has happened, but Deion Sanders has done what I thought was impossible for Deion Sanders to do. He went and got the number 2 overall recruit and the second-ranked quarterback in ESPN's top 300 to come and join the Colorado Buffaloes. I have never been loyal to a take. I have always clearly been, I'm going to give my opinion, and I'm going to swing for the fences every single time. But if I'm wrong, I'll admit when I'm wrong, because I'm not too high up on my horse to try to defend a take that was clearly wrong. Deion Sanders going and getting Julian Lewis, I couldn't care about the potential NIL money. I don't even know what he's getting in NIL from the Colorado Buffaloes, which I'm sure he's getting something. You're not getting that guy for nothing. But I don't care about any of that because USC can match whatever it is. But if you told me a year ago that Deion Sanders would steal the number 2 recruit and the number 2 quarterback recruit in the country away from Lincoln Riley and USC, I would have said you were insane. I said there's no chance that's happening. Lincoln Riley has has NFL quarterbacks all over the NFL landscape. He has Heisman Trophy quarterbacks all over the NFL landscape. Jalen Hurts, he didn't win a Heisman under Lincoln Riley, but still elevated his game under Lincoln Riley, took himself to new heights. He's got elite level quarterbacks everywhere. Jalen Hurts, Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield. Only one of those guys doesn't have a playoff win. One of them has been to the Super Bowl. The other one has playoff wins in both the AFC and the NFC. And Kyler Murray is an offensive rookie of the year, and you could argue could win his first playoff game this year and is outstanding this year. Lincoln Riley's track record with quarterbacks is much better than Deion Sanders. And still Deion stole him away from USC. That is a credit to Deion Sanders. When I saw this yesterday, I felt like an idiot. If I'm not mistaken, what am I saying? Julian Lewis, this isn't him growing up watching primetime and saying, man, I want to play for him. That seems cool. This is all about recruiting for Deion Sanders. Julian Lewis never once saw Deion Sanders play. I'm older than Julian Lewis, and I never saw Deion Sanders play. Or at least I don't remember seeing Deion Sanders play. This is about recruiting. This is about stealing a 5-star recruit from a former rival in USC and Lincoln Riley, who's got elite level quarterback talent in the NFL everywhere. Jalen Hurts, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, and Deion just plucked him right away. That's a credit to Deion. I don't know what he's selling, but every kid is buying it. He sold it to Travis Hunter. He didn't need to sell it to his kid, but his kid has bought into it enough that he's doing photo shoots with the new quarterback in Julian Lewis, literally handing over the keys. Deion has made it fun, and more than just fun, has made it cool to be at Colorado. I still question his coaching prowess. I still question the way he does things. But what Deion Sanders has shown and what has made it so fun to watch is Deion has clearly showed there's a different way to be a college football head coach. There's a different way to separate yourself from the pack. And he's done it. And he's done it quite effectively, I might add. It's impressive. I don't know what to say other than that it is really impressive what Deion Sanders has done. It's not like he stole it away from Georgia with Kirby Smart, who doesn't have any track record of success with quarterbacks. Or another coach that has an elite track record of quarterbacks. He stole this guy away from Lincoln Riley, who is, for all the flaws of Lincoln Riley, an elite level offensive head coach. But Deion has done it. He's made it cool. He's preaching a message about Colorado football. He's showing he's still all in amid Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders leaving him soon. He's got his son doing photo shoots with Julian Lewis. When I saw this yesterday, believe it when I say I was floored. I didn't think Deion Sanders had that in him. I didn't think Colorado had it in him. 3 years ago, no top recruit would have went to Colorado unless it was for purely money purposes. Deion Sanders has transformed this program to not just being a up-and-coming program, but he's made it cool, and he's made it fun, and he has really wrapped his arms around Colorado. And the second that he eventually leaves for FSU, which I believe he will, and I believe he should, and I believe he's earned it, for all the Colorado fanboys out there that think I've just poo-pooed over Colorado all year long, which is not true, but, fanboys, that's just what happens. What he has done, it cannot be understated. I didn't think he had it in him. But stealing this quarterback over to Colorado, he has earned the right to be able to take the reins of one of the better recruiters in the college football landscape. But it is very, very interesting that he is able to take a guy who doesn't even come from the West Coast. He's from Carrollton, Georgia, which I couldn't point out on the map. Obviously, I can point out to you where Georgia is, but I have no idea where Carrollton is. And he had visits to Georgia. He had shown interest in Indiana, which has been awesome this year. And he was committed to USC. And he said, 11-0 Indiana, I'm good. Georgia, who's won multiple national championships under Kirby Smart, I'm good. Lincoln Riley, who has quarterback talent literally everywhere in the NFL, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts, Baker Mayfield, and there's plenty of other guys. I'm good. I want to go to Deion. That's a credit to Deion Sanders. And nothing I thought I would ever be saying post Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter era in Colorado. But credit to Deion Sanders, who has continued to preach a goal and has continued to preach the gospel of Colorado football, and is now not just taking lower level end recruits or guys from Jacksonville State to come and join him in Colorado. It has now reached further than that, and going and getting guys like Julian Lewis and stealing him from Lincoln Riley. Just right under Lincoln Riley's nose. Stole him from him. This is not because all these kids saw Deion Sanders play growing up. They're too young to have that. This has nothing to do with Deion Sanders, the player. This is all credit to Deion Sanders, the recruiter. And I never thought I would be saying that. And one of the biggest things that I've mentioned before, but I want to say it again. Deion Sanders has clearly elevated his level of recruiting. And I didn't think he could do that. I didn't think he could out-recruit the Lincoln Rileys. I didn't think he could out-recruit the Kirby Smarts. And to a larger sense, maybe he still hasn't. But he has been able to take top-end talent, preach the good news of Colorado football, and swing kids to go to his university. And he's made it cool to come to Colorado. This has nothing to do with Deion Sanders, the player, and everyone just wants to play under Deion Sanders. He's made it cool to go to Colorado, and he has clearly established a presence in the recruiting world. And to everyone that is just, this guy is always on Colorado's case. I think the biggest thing about Deion Sanders as well is proving guys like me wrong that were just against some of the things that Colorado football was doing. The leaders and dogs, the kind of cringy, old school style of football that he would preach. He has shown now in 2024, there is not a one specific way to succeed as a college football elite level head coach and recruiter. He's shown, I'll pave my own path. And that's a credit to Deion Sanders. And I'll admit when I'm wrong. He has shown everyone he could turn around a program very quickly that was in the depths of purgatory and irrelevance in a college football sense. Has now rebounded from the Shedeur Sanders, who was his son, and Travis Hunter, who will be leaving Colorado, and brought in a guy like Julian Lewis, who will bring them immediate competency to the quarterback position. That is a credit to Deion Sanders, showing everyone else there's not a specific way to do this. Pave your own path. And that's what he's done. And it's highly impressive for Deion Sanders and company.